What is up, YouTube? We are back with another deck profile, and for this video we are doing my Psychic Spread GLC deck. It has a bunch of ways to spread damage counters here, there, everywhere, and then the end game we just wipe the whole board at once. So let's get right onto the deck profile. So we are starting off the list with the Lunala line, probably the most important line in this list, as this is our last attacker that we want to use in the game for game itself. So we are playing the Cosmog from Sun and Moon Team Up because this is the best one because of the ability. The ability is, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks, both yours and your opponent's. So that's pretty good. We are also playing the Cosmog from Celebrations. I don't know if this is the best Cosmog. It does have 90 HP, so you can search it out with Level Ball. And the attack for 1 colorless star protection. Flip a coin if heads, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn, which is actually pretty solid. And then this is the main reason we're playing the whole line. It's Lunala from Celebrations. The second attack for 1 Psychic, 2 colorless, Psychic Shot, does 130 damage. This attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Pretty good, but we are mainly here for the first attack, Lunar Pain. Very good. For 2 colorless, double the number of damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. So basically we're trying to put damage counters on our opponent's Pokemon until it has half of its remaining HP. And the last attack we want to do is Lunar Pain to double it, taking all 6 prizes in 1 turn for game. So we are usually always behind on prizes because we do want to take the knockout all at once. The next line we are choosing to play is the Dusknoir line. Very good. This helps us put the damage counters where we want, when we want it. So the first one, the basic, is Dusknoir. This is the common from Cosmic Eclipse, Sun and Moon Cosmic Eclipse. The ability is why we're playing this. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may discard 3 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. So basically it's a built-in evolution search, which is very good, and you discard 3 cards. Now, when you first hear discarding 3 cards, you think that's terrible, especially in GLC we play one-ofs, but we have ways to recover our Pokemon, and we have ways to recover our energy, so we kind of want those in the discard. Mainly we want Giratina from Lost Thunder, and we want Psychic Energies in the discard. So this is actually pretty solid. We are also playing Dusknoir from Sun and Moon Cosmic Eclipse. Very good card. It has 90 HP, so it's searchable by Level Ball. It has the attack Disable for 1 Psychic. It does 20 damage. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. That Pokemon can't use that attack during their next turn, forcing your opponent to need 2 switch effects basically to be able to attack with that attack again, or switch and use another attacker, but very good in stalling out some games. And then the main reason why you're playing the whole Dusknoir line is this Dusknoir from Black and White. I don't remember the set, but there's a set symbol right there. This does have a secret rare version, which is very nice, but for this one, we are playing it simply because of the ability. The HP, retreat, the attack doesn't really matter. The attack actually kind of sucks on this Pokemon, but the ability is very good. Sinister Hand. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another one of your opponent's Pokemon. So basically, we can just pinpoint where we want each damage counter, and then we can use Lunar Pain on Lunala to do a board wipe. So that is the game plan, and those are, I would say, the 2 most important Pokemon in the list because they allow us to get our game plan off perfectly. The next line we are playing is the Malamar line. If you played during the Sun and Moon era, this Pokemon is very familiar to you. I enjoy this quite a lot. We are playing Inkay. Really, we're just playing this Inkay. I don't think there's a reason why we're playing it. I think I'm just playing it because there's a shiny version of it. And I don't think there's any other notable Inkays in the format. So we're playing the baby shiny one from Hidden Fates. There's a non-holo common one from Forbidden Light you can use, but I don't know, I love Baby Shiny, so we're using this one. We only have Inkay in there, so we can evolve into Malamar. This is very good. This was a non-holo rare in Forbidden Light. It has a pre-release version, as well as this Baby Shiny from Hidden Fates. The attack, again, pretty bad. It does have 90 HP, so we can get it with Level Ball, which is good. But we are here for the ability Psychic Recharge. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Very good, because some of our Pokemon attack for multiple energies, so we can basically attach per turn, Psychic Recharge, and then start swinging. Another very important, but not as important as Dusknoir and Lunala in the list. So the second to last evolution line we are playing is the Punkabuurgeist evolution line. The Pumpkaboo is the one from Evolving Skies, so it's pretty modern. Basically has the ability Pumpkin Pit. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may discard a stadium and play. Very good, best Pumpkaboo we have, so that's why we're playing it. And we are playing it so we can evolve into Gourgeist Holo from, I believe that's XY base set. It has the attack, which is the one we want to use, Eerie Voice for 1 Psychic, very good. Put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Very good, considering we're going to double that later, so when we have other attackers to put damage counters. And then the second attack for 2 Psychic, Spirit, Scream, put damage counters on both active Pokemon until the remaining HP of each Pokemon is 10. Pretty good, but the Eerie Voice is much better in our game plan. Now the last evolution line we play before basics is the Drifloon, Drifbloom line. I basically found this one in bulk when I was sorting. I thought that attack's really good. So this one, it was the first Drifloon I found, so that's why we're playing it. Transfer Pain, move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. I guess that's alright, but we never really want to attack with Drifloon. We want to attack with Drifbloom. Very good. The first attack, Eerie Wave for 30 for 2 colorless. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Not the attack we want. We want to attack with Burst Curse. Discard 2 energy cards attached to this Pokemon. Put 8 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Very good, because it's in any way we like, and it's 8 for 2 Psychic, so that's Attach and Psychic Recharge. Or we have another energy, Counter, I think it's Counter Energy, which it counts for 2 of any color energy as long as you're behind in prizes. And since we're trying to do a late game sweep, we will always be behind in prizes, so technically you could power this up from 1 energy, which is very good. It does have 100 HP, so it's 10 above the 90, so we can't search it out with the level ball, but we have other ways to search it out anyways. Now we're going to start with basics, and the first basic we have is Blacephalon from Cosmic Eclipse. It was a holo in the set. This is the pre-release holo. I have lots of these. Really love this card, and this card is absolutely disgustingly broken in this list. I would say this is the most important basic we play in the list. Has 1 attack for 1 colorless, 1 Psychic, Firework Bombs. Put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Not that good, but it has additional text. If your opponent has exactly 3 prize cards remaining, put 12 damage counters on them instead. So it's 120 damage on your opponent's side of the field in any way you like. Phenomenal card, especially since we can counter gain to this. Not counter gain, counter energy, as well as attach Psychic Recharge or Psychic Recharge Dimension Valley or attach Dimension Valley. Lots of ways to power this up in 1 turn. Basically the best basic in the list, in my opinion. The next basic we are playing is Bench Barrier Mew. This is the promo from the Hidden Fates 3-pack blister. It was originally out in Unbroken Bonds as a holo, as well it was in the Groudon theme deck as a non-holo. Very good card. Bench Barriers. The ability reads, prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by your opponent's attacks. Very good. As well as it has a good attack for 1 colorless, Psi Power. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Very good for our strategy, as well as it protects our bench, protects our Cosmogs, our Dusclops, our Inkays from our opponent's attacks. So it's a very good and necessary card in this list. The next basic we play is Giratina, Distortion Door ability from Lost Slender. This was a holo in the set, also came as a non-holo exclusive. This is the pre-release version, as I find it has the best art, and I just love pre-release versions. Distortion Door ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put it onto your bench. If you do, put 1 damage counter on 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So we can put more damage counters on our opponent's Pokemon. We can get this back from the discard and attack again. The attack is Shadow Impact for 2 Psychic, 1 Colorless. It does 130 damage. Put 4 damage counters on one of your Pokemon. So we just put the 4 on here, hoping this gets knocked out the next turn. We can power this up pretty easily actually. Attach per turn, Psychic Recharge, Dimension Valley, or we can also attach the counter energy onto this and start swinging. Very good card. The next basic we are playing is Marshadow Let Loose. If you're playing during this era, the Sun and Moon era, you are traumatized by this card, and I am traumatized by this card as well. The ability reads, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may have each player shuffle their hand into their deck and then draw 4 cards. It's a judge on an ability on a basic. Very good, very toxic though, because sometimes I have let loose my opponent into bad hands and just steamrolled them, but I've also let loose myself into bad hands and got steamrolled. So a very dangerous card, as it can win you the game and it can also lose you the game. So we're just playing it because of the ability. The attack is pretty bad. Second to last basic we are playing is Wobbuffet. This is from Generations, the Radiant Collection. The attack is okay, it's decent. Psychic Assault is 10 damage plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon for 1 Psychic, 1 Colorless. But the main reason we are playing it is for the ability Bide Barricade. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon in play in each player's hands and in each player's discard pile has no abilities except for Psychic Pokemon. As this is a GLC format, we can only have Psychic Pokemon, so this ability does not hinder us in any way at all, but it does mess up our opponent, and this is the Pokemon you kind of want to start or put in the active as early as possible to slow down your opponent while you set up. And the last Pokemon we are playing is Azelf XY promo number 142. It has the first attack, Shining Eyes. Why we're playing this? Put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon that have any damage counters on them. So this is a pretty good late to mid-game attacker. Once every Pokemon has damage counters, we can kind of just add 2 more for 1 Psychic Energy on a basic, which is very good. The second attack, Mind Bend, for 1 Psychic, 2 Colorless, is 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. We never want to use the second attack as it's pretty garbage. So starting off the next section, we're actually going to start off with stadiums. We play 1 stadium in this list, and that is Dimension Valley. Each Psychic Pokemon's attacks, both yours and your opponent's, cost 1 Colorless less. Very good, because some of our Psychic attackers do have Colorless in their attack costs. So we can either attack for free or for 1 less energy, which is very good. So that is the 1 stadium we are playing. So the first supporter we are playing is 1 copy, obviously 1 copy, of Professor's Research. Discard your hand, draw 7. Very basic supporter card. We just like to draw cards, and sometimes you have a low hand size. You can just discard it all and just draw 7 more cards. So that's the first supporter we are choosing to play in this list. The next supporter we are playing is 1 copy, obviously, of Raihan. You can only use this supporter if one of your Pokemon were knocked out during your last turn. Attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for any card and put it into your hand. Very good, because some of our Pokemon have awkward attack costs like Lunala, Blacephalon. There was another one, Giratina. So sometimes the attachment per turn, Psychic Recharge isn't enough. So this Raihan comes in clutch as another way to accelerate energy card. Next supporter we are playing is 1 copy of Bird Keeper. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, draw 3 cards. Very good if we want to promote our Malamar Psychic Recharge, and then Bird Keeper into the Pokemon with just Psychic Recharge 2, and then start attacking while drawing a few more cards. Very good, include into the list. Next card, very simple, is 1 copy of Boss's Orders. Switch your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. Very good. I don't think we actually need too much gusting in this list, so I might end up cutting this because we kind of just want to wipe the whole board at once. We never want to knock out 1 Pokemon at a time. We want to take all 6 prizes at once, so I might get rid of this. We're also playing one copy of Marnie. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it at the bottom of their deck. You, the player that played this, draws 5 off the top and your opponent draws 4. Very good draw and disruption supporter card. Staple in every GLC list. We are then choosing to play Guzma from Sun and Moon era. Very good card. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. If you do, switch your active Pokemon to one of your bench. So it's basically a better boss's orders. I like this better than boss because we can switch as well. And we don't always just want to bring one of our opponent's bench to the active. So very good. We are also playing N. That's his name, just the letter N. Very good card. Each player shuffles their hand into his or her deck. Then each player draws a card for each of his or her remaining prize cards. Very good considering we are always going to take 6 prize cards at the end. So N for us is always shuffle, draw 6. While for our opponent, it's always shuffle, draw less. So very good include, especially in this list. We are also playing Bridget. Each player searches for 1 basic EX, but you can't play EX, or 3 basic Pokemon, except for Pokemon EX. Put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck afterwards. So very good in the early stages of the game to get our basics down, especially the basics that evolve, because it's going to take a few turns to start attacking and using those Pokemon. The next card is Teammates. You can only play this card if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your last turn. Search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Very, I cannot stress this enough, very good card in this list. Specifically this list, especially for when our opponent's on 3 prize cards, we want to usually Teammates to get the Blacephalon and Counter Energy, or one of those cards and a switch out if we have a Counter Energy or Blacephalon in our hand. Very good, especially on the 3rd turn of the game when we just need 2 combo pieces to get off the Blacephalon attack. The next card we are playing is 1 copy of Shauna. Shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 5 cards. Pretty basic, generic supporter. We're playing it right now. If there's a better supporter that comes out in the future, Shauna is definitely going to be replaced. Then we got Sonia. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or up to 2 basic energy cards. Reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Basically, it's like a Bridget, a bootleg Bridget, basically. Sonia is basically bootleg Bridget now that I think of it. But it goes to our hands, so we can get a Pokemon like a Cosmog or Duskull, as well as Let Loose Marshadow. Then we can play the Let Loose Marshadow and draw cards. Very good card, although I don't find that I ever use it too much, so I might end up cutting Sonia at some point. We're also playing Tate and Liza from Celestial Storm. It has 2 effects, you can only choose one. One of them is shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 5 cards, or switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So this is another switch out, another shuffle draw in 1 card. Very good. It's basically a better Shauna. Second to last supporter we play is 1 copy of Cynthia. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 6. Basically, it's a better Shauna because you draw 1 more card, but usually that 1 more card is much better. Staple, probably the best draw supporter we have in this list. And then the last supporter we play is 1 copy of Colress. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a number of cards equal to the number of bench Pokemon and play both yours and your opponent's. So usually this is going to be a Colress for 10, which is actually very good. Shuffle, draw 10. If you don't find the pieces you need for your attack during that turn, your deck probably just sucks. So starting off the items, we are playing Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a Pokemon, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Very good card. Allows us to discard energies and Distortion Door Giratina, as well as searching out another Pokemon. Wouldn't ever decide to not play this card in this deck. We are then also playing Fog Crystal. Search your deck for a psychic energy card or a basic psychic Pokemon. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. All we do is play psychic Pokemon as well as psychic energies. Very good card as it just searches out what we need when we need it, basically. We're also playing Level Ball. Search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Gets us a lot of Pokemon. Very good and necessary ball search. Now this card, Scoop Up Net. Put one of your Pokemon that isn't a V or GX, basically every card in GLC, into your hand. Discard all cards attached. Very good card in GLC. This allows us to reuse our Let Loose Marshadow, as well as it's basically a pseudo switch out. So very good card. I don't see why you would not play a Scoop of Net. We're also playing Quick Ball. Discard one card from your hand and search your deck for basic Pokemon. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Basic card just searches out Pokemon, discards Psychic Energy, and as well as Distortion Door Giratina. Now this is one item card that helps out this list a lot. It is Spell Tag from Lost Thunder. When the Psychic Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, put 4 damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So this is basically just another way to spread more damage counter. Since we only play Psychic, our Psychic Pokemon are always going to get knocked out. So it's basically another spread 4, which is 1 more damage counter better than Mew's attack. So very good card. The next item card we are playing is 1 copy of Mysterious Treasure from Forbidden Light. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a Psychic or Dragon Pokemon, put into your hand, and shuffle your deck after you reveal it, of course. Very good. All we do is play Psychic. We want some discard synergy. It's another Psychic, or basically another ball search for us. We are then playing Escape Rope. When you play this card, your opponent switches their active with one of their bench, and so do you. Your opponent switches first. It's another switch out as well as disruption. Since we don't want to take a knockout on one Pokemon, we want to take the knockout on all the Pokemon at once. It doesn't really matter what our opponent switches into, as long as we can switch our Pokemon as well as disrupting them a little bit. Very good card in the list. We're also playing Field Blower. Choose up to 2 in any combination of Tool and Stadium cards in play, yours and your opponent's, and discard them. Very good at getting rid of rival stadiums as well as tools, like your opponent's Floatstone. We are also playing Nest Ball. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Another ball search. You can never go wrong with too much search. We're also playing Hisuian Heavy Ball. Look at your face down prize cards. You may reveal a basic Pokemon you find there, put it into your hand, put Hisuian Heavy Ball in its place as a face down prize card, then shuffle your face down prize cards. Pretty good, especially since we are playing 1-ofs of every Pokemon. Sometimes you're probably gonna prize 1 or 2 of them every game, especially since Blacephalon is so important, and that is a basic. If we ever prize that, we kind of just lose. But Hisuian Heavy Ball lets us get it right out of the prize card. We are playing Evolution Incense. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Searches out our evolution Pokemon, which is very needed as our evolution Pokemon are the most important Pokemon in the deck. We're also playing 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher. Choose 1. Put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, or shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. Very versatile and useful card, especially if our opponent knocks out one of our evolution lines early in the game and we need to get those back. We're also playing Timer Ball. Flip 2 coins for each heads. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Depending who you ask, it's a bit better than Evolution Incense, especially if you flip 2 heads, but if you flip 2 tails, it's obviously worse. Since we do play some very important evolution Pokemon, this card is a must-have in the list. We're also playing Floatstone. The Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost, so this is good to put on our Dusknoir or our Malamar, because those are always going to be bench sitters. So we attach this on there. Whenever an active Pokemon gets knocked out, we just promote the Pokemon with Floatstone on it, and essentially we just have a free retreater. Very good card in GLC in general. Now this is a card you don't see too often in these Psychic GLC lists, and that is Special Charge. Shuffle up to 2 special energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. Very good because we can reuse counter energy, and I find being able to use 2 counter energies in one game often just wins us the game, considering we can use it on Blacephalon and Drifloon, spreading, I think that would be 200 damage in total for one energy attachment both times. Not bad at all. So very good include. I don't think I would ever cut that card from this list. We are then playing Evo Soda. Search your deck for a Pokemon that evolves from one of your Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon. This counts as evolving, then shuffle your deck. So it's basically an evolution incense that goes straight onto the Pokemon. Very good card because we do need our evolutions as soon as possible. And then the last item card we are playing is 1 copy of VS Seeker. Search your discard pile for a supporter card, show it to your opponent, and then put it into your hand. So since we are playing so many 1-of supporters, VS Seeker technically allows us to play a second copy of every supporter in our list. And since it's in the discard, sometimes we can discard that teammates early, knowing we can always just VS Seeker for it back in the later stages of the game. The first energy we're playing is Mysterious Energy. When you attach this to a psychic Pokemon, its retreat cost is 2 colorless less. So this is basically Air Balloon as an energy. Pretty good. Just having 2 less retreat on a Pokemon in general is just very solid. You like to see it. Now the second energy we are playing is the one I mentioned a lot in this deck profile, and that is Counter Energy. This card provides 1 colorless energy. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, and if this card is attached to a Pokemon that isn't an GX or EX, which is the whole format, this card provides every energy type, but only provides 2 at a time. So basically it's a double rainbow energy if you're behind on prizes. Very good card. Basically, I'd say the most important energy in this list. And then the last special energy we're playing is from Rebel Clash. It is the Horror Psychic Energy. If the psychic Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if it's knocked out, put 2 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Since we can spread it, it's basically 2 more damage counters on your opponent's side of the field, which is very good because that's 2 less we have to do with an attack or an ability for game. And then finally, we're going to round out this list. We are playing basic psychic energies, and we are deciding to play 6 basic psychic energy cards. We don't need too many since we can reuse them with Raihan as well as Malamar, and there's other ways to just like get back energy. I think this 6 energy, I had 7 originally and I find 7 was too much. I think the 6 basic psychic as well as the 3 special, considering we do have special charge so we can get back 2 of the special energies at any point, is the perfect energy count for this list. And I don't think I would change anything about this energy count right now. So that is going to be the psychic list. I also have another GLC deck that I'm playing, and that is the dark GLC with a bunch of nice dark attackers. So let me know if you want me to do the dark GLC deck profile next, as well as we will be doing some Lost Origin. Yes, Lost Origin deck profile soon because that set comes out, so I just gotta secure some of those cards and I'll have those videos out in the future. Thank you for watching, as well as don't forget to check out the sponsors over at Deck Out Gaming. Amazing people. You can use my promo code YBMCards for 5% off at checkout. The link to their website is in the description, as well as the promo code, so you can just copy and paste. That is 5% off sealed, singles, accessory, live breaks, pre-orders, everything, and helps out the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next YouTube video.